So my husband and I were watching a movie the other night. We were watching the new Snoop Dogg movie, Underdogs. And if you've seen it, you'd probably find humor in this. We come down to the end of the movie, and I said, this movie is a great example of the saying, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And so that was a common theme in the movie. The little kids didn't care that he was this football player from the NFL that did great things. They didn't care about anything until they realized how much he cared about them, right? Then he could really affect real change. And I think that's a great leadership lesson. I first heard that phrase back, I worked for a home improvement company from 2005 to 2008 or 9. And the owner there, and my best friend Kim and I worked there, and the owner there used to always say, that same phrase. He'd say, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I think Kim and I were just way too immature to really appreciate what that actually meant at the time. And we'd always walk around looking at each other going, Megan, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care, kind of jokingly about this thing that Frank had taught us. And then years later, I was reading a leadership book, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John C. Maxwell. And there it is again. And I thought, wow, old Frank was onto something. So, Frank, if you're watching this, you might watch my videos, I'm not sure. I credit you with me learning that phrase very early on, but not appreciating it until later on in life. So thank you for that lesson. I'll always give you full credit for that. But I got to tell you, that is one of the most important leadership lessons. They don't care how great you are at your job. They don't care about your accolades. The people that you're working with, they care how much you care about them. And until you're able to, make that clear, you won't affect real change with your team. And so, if I was to sum up the thought of the day with any phrase, it would be that one. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.